Hi, beautiful Capricorns. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me here, Capricorn. Let me see. I'll start with this one. Capricorn. Well, someone's worried. Okay. There's some chaos here. Just a sec. So someone's trying to look like they're all innocent here of causing some sort of drama. Okay. They've been causing trouble. They've been summoning up trouble here. To somebody who's been very understanding. Like, it's like you've had to learn some kind of, like, someone's innocent here. And they've been very understanding. Now, somebody has been causing some sort of drama or chaos, and they're trying to look. No, they've been summoning up trouble. And someone is now understanding the differences between something. So, someone is actually innocent here. They've been very understanding. Now, there's been a lot of trouble. There's been a lot of chaos and drama, but it's because someone is stirring up trouble. Okay, so let's see what the ancestors have to say. Somebody now is seeing that somebody is nothing but a troublemaker, so they're trying to protect themselves. They're busy trying to heal here, trying to find understanding of why all this destruction has happened. Now, look. So, somebody has had to set up boundaries because somebody keeps challenging them, or this innocent party has been very understanding, trying to heal a connection with someone they love. Okay, they're innocent and they're trying to understand why someone is causing so much drama in their life. All they've done is set up boundaries. But in setting up boundaries, it's destroyed somebody's relationship because they set up boundaries. Well, then they weren't a friend or a family member or a true love to begin with. If they were summoning up trouble and causing worry and causing trouble, then somebody needed to set up boundaries. This person has been trying to understand everything. They're trying to understand life. They're busy trying to heal something, and someone keeps being dramatic. Like, all this person has done is set up boundaries. And so someone's not liking it. I don't even want to get into this because I don't know if it's... Let's go to the tarot, and then if I need to go to the other cards, I will. Someone's taken a long time to... Oh, I don't know. I told you, somebody is causing drama in someone's relationship, and it's for their own self-gain. Okay? So, somebody is trying to understand it all. Somebody is trying to understand. So, is it that well, I think that they were causing a lot of trouble. I really do. And it just keeps going around and around and around and around. And it's about the damn it just keeps going in circles, or someone keeps talking in circles, or they're talking circles around the drama that they started. So somebody may be trying to pray, they may be trying to reach some kind of understanding. Now, someone's very confident here. Oh my God, what is this? Someone's just talking in circles, causing destruction in some kind of family situation. Is this mocking? Is this got to do with a celebration or an event, a family event? A child's celebration or birthday party or something like this? Some kind of child's get together with children, get together, some sort of planned event. It's looking like a child's birthday celebration. Oh man. So there could be hurt feelings over this. Well, let's see. Well, so it's seeming like somebody was hoping or wishing that they could go, or that they could attend, or that they could something like this, and someone's got hurt feelings. Well, what's the problem here? Sort of like an invitation. Why? Did this person not get an invitation? What's going on here? No, they feel disrespected because they may not have gotten an invitation to a child's celebration or a child's birthday. But why? How come they didn't get an invitation to this event? Well, because somebody has set up boundaries, right? Oh. Okay, so somebody set up boundaries to this child's birthday. And someone's got hurt feelings because they weren't invited. And they're feeling foolish because they weren't invited. But they're only looking at their own interests here. So maybe that's why they weren't invited. I'm not sure. Denying that they've been gossiping. Maybe that's why they weren't invited. Maybe they've caused a lot of stress or worry for somebody and a lot of, hurt spouse. Okay, so like they're setting up boundaries at this event. They set up some boundaries at this event because they didn't want their spouse to hurt. So this could be another family member who's not been invited. And they haven't been invited because they've been causing a lot of trouble, and they've been causing a lot of pain, and they've been causing a lot of worry and stress for the King of Pentacles spouse. So they set up some boundaries, and someone doesn't like that. But quite honestly, they feel they have every reason in the world to do this because they're protecting their spouse. Oh, man. Because their spouse has been doing a lot of worrying and is being all stressed out. Okay, so it's because of their spouse. It's not because of the King of Pentacles. It's because of the King of Pentacles spouse. So there's some family issue that the King of Pentacles spouse is having with their family. They've had to set up boundaries. And one of the boundaries is the child's birthday party. And someone's been in denial about it, that they've been gossiping, or they're causing trouble, or they're causing drama. But they have been. They have been, and they set up boundaries. So somebody's not liking these boundaries. Well, for one thing, they don't like being lied to, and they don't like being manipulated. Okay, and there is some kind of trust issue going on. Somebody could be crying over spilt milk. But boundaries still had to be put in place because the King of Pentacles thinks that it's their duty or their obligation to protect their spouse. So if somebody is hurting their spouse, they're going to defend their spouse, okay? That's what's going on here. And somebody else is upset and has hurt feelings because they weren't invited to a child's birthday party. I don't know why I'm getting this message. It's got nothing to do with a romantic love read other than the fact that the King of Pentacles is trying to do the honorable thing and protect their spouse. If someone's upsetting their spouse, if someone is creating drama in their relationship by either gossip, manipulation, or lies, they're going to get offended. Now, there could be a silent treatment because of it. Somebody not talking. And somebody is depressed about it because they never got invited. And they think it's greedy. But it's actually someone being childish. So, let's go. Well, maybe someone had to make a judgment call. And that's the way it is. So someone is ignoring someone, not speaking to them, but this is an action taker. This is someone who's been friendly, talked about it. This is someone who took action and let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Well, someone is playing the victim. So they're pouting. They're pouting. They're crying over spilt milk. They feel like the victim in the story, but they're not the victim. They're the troublemaker. I mean, the love is there, but so somebody is just doesn't think it's fair, and they're angry about it. Because why? Well, somebody is trusting their instincts and their intuition, but they're giving someone the silent treatment because they weren't invited. It's over this damn invitation, for crying out loud. Now, but, so they weren't all bad here. Okay, let's look at the positive. They extended the olive branch for the child. It may not have been that day at that event, but they still included whoever wasn't invited. They still included them. It just wasn't to the event itself. And now maybe it's because there was other children, or it was a kid's birthday party. It's a kid's birthday party. It's not an adult party. It's a kid birthday party. And some adult is crying over spilled milk because they weren't invited to the party. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the proper etiquette. I don't know if there is or isn't a proper etiquette for stuff like this. But I mean, well, because they put boundaries up because they thought someone was going to interfere. Somebody got mad. Somebody got mad. They don't think it's fair. They don't think it's right. What do my traditions say? Oh, this is about traditions. What my traditions say? Well, Why wasn't I invited? Well, sometimes traditions gotta change, to keep the peace. Do you want to be happy? Or keep the peace, or why does someone have to follow someone else's traditions? Well, we've always done this, or I've always done this, or I want it this way. This is about tradition, but maybe they're making their own traditions. They have their own family, and maybe they want to make their own family decisions. Like, they weren't snubbing. Someone may have taken it as a snub, but the love is there, the respect is there. It's just they're trying to start their own traditions. And somebody's mad because they feel snubbed that they didn't receive an invitation to a birthday party. Crying out loud. Well, they weren't, because there's been so much drama and chaos, so this person's on guard. You know what I mean? Like, somebody has created a lot of drama, tried to do a lot of destruction in someone's relationship. There's been a lot of, their spouse has been heartbroken. The person they love, the King of Pentacles, the person they love has been heartbroken. Their spouse has been heartbroken. There's been a lot of sleepless nights, anxiety, worry, stress all the time. The love is there, the respect is there, but they respect their spouse more than they respect whoever didn't get the invitation. Well, they're standing up for their spouse, is what they're doing. They are standing up for their spouse. This is their little family. This person's very confident. They can do it themselves. Somebody being made out the bad guy here, but I don't see that there's any bad people here. I see that someone is been stressed right out. They've been worrying, stressed right out, trying to understand it all, extending the olive branch, trying to make peace, but somebody feels slighted. They feel snubbed or slighted because they weren't invited. Well, the child's birthday party is not why they feel slighted. But someone has used that as the excuse. It's far deeper than a child's birthday party. I'm going to tell you that. It goes way back. It goes back to when their spouse has been hurt feelings, hurtful things said. They've been trying to understand it all. They have been worried and stressed out and heartbroken. But someone else is in denial about it, that they did anything wrong. So if you don't have, whatever, just whatever. I can't see that this couple has done anything wrong, but set up boundaries. Okay, that's it. Respect our boundaries, and someone keeps overstepping those boundaries. They weren't invited to the birthday party, not because they were trying to slight anybody else, but because they have their own little family. But they included whoever this was. Just maybe not at the celebration itself, but they weren't left out. But someone feels left out in the cold and crying over spilt milk. And they don't like the change. Okay? So maybe they're used to ruling the roost. Maybe they're used to interfering. Maybe they're used to I don't know. If there's only one child involved, like if there's only one child, maybe they have little friends they wanted to invite, The older my kids got, they didn't want extended family around at their birthdays. They were hanging out with their friends. And I'm kind of sensing it's something like that. Like, yeah, maybe they want to hang out with their little buddies. You know what I mean? It's important for these children to have companionship or little friends. And I think that was the purpose of the party to begin with. Oh, well, that was nice. So that's thoughtful. That's a loving parent. That's a loving mother. That's a loving father. That was nice. Maybe maybe they want to be around other children. This could be a single child. You know what I mean? It's important for them to have little friends, like other children to play with and to be around other friends. But someone's got their nose out of joint because they weren't invited to the party. And I'm starting to wonder why they weren't invited to the party. Well, there's a history here. It wasn't because they didn't want to include someone at a birthday. There's a history here. Is it that somebody wants to control everything? Interfering and controlling everything? So someone feels disrespected. They feel disrespected they weren't invited. But that may be because they're trying to control the party or take control of the party, and maybe that's why they weren't invited. This could be someone overstepping their boundaries. Well, someone's thinking it was very thoughtless, but it was thoughtful. They were thinking more of their child and the child's birthday celebration and being around their little friends, because this could be an only child. And it's important for them to have other children to play with, not the last thing is like having family invited to a function when it's a child's function. And someone's slighted about that. Yeah, it's important for them to be around. They only invited little friends. You know what I mean? Well, this could be a gift. You know what I mean? So they made time to do a gift exchange or something. There was an invitation made to do some exchange or to give the child the gift. So they weren't excluded. It's looking like the child received the gift and the invitation was extended here. So they still got to see the child. It's not like somebody was totally excluded. They just weren't invited to the birthday party itself. But it could have been like a phone call or a gift given to the child. An invitation might have been given, maybe before or after the event, so they're not trying to exclude whoever this is. They're not trying to exclude them. They just didn't want them going to the birthday party because it was for little ones, young ones. Oh, well, nothing wrong with that. But now somebody has given someone the silent treatment. All woe-begotten, depressed, humbug, crying over spilt milk, playing the victim. Oh, well. I wasn't invited, so poo-poo. That's all that's on their mind. I never got invited. But they were invited to still be around the child. Are you serious? Well, how come I wasn't invited to do the planning? How come I wasn't invited to do the planning of this or being in the planning of it? Well, they're planning their own. See, that's tradition. Well, why is it that traditionally the family gets together, but this person is making their own traditions? Maybe they're having the day of the event for just the children, and then the following day or something could be for the adults. I don't know. Somebody's not, well, that's not traditional. Well, how come I couldn't plan being on the planning? How come I wasn't invited? How a child's birthday party and you're going to get bent out of shape, depressed, crying and sad and feel abandoned because someone never got an invitation? I think it's a little excessive. Shows that someone took initiative here and they extended the olive branch to that person to invite them or include them. They extended the olive branch. But somebody was mad. They're mad now. They don't think it was fair. Oh my God, my God. And there's this big conflict about it. And it's like, somebody better give it a rest. Because don't sweat the small stuff. This is chump change. This is small stuff. There is big stuff going on in the world without worrying about who got an invitation to a child's birthday party. I think that's why the parents did this. It wasn't to exclude someone. It was that they wanted their child to be around their little friends. It was a child's birthday party and someone's got their nose out of joint because they weren't invited. And they may have felt, snubbed but they were still included. Just maybe not at the event. They were still included. Oh God, if I wanted to get bent over that stuff, I'd be lost. It was my granddaughter's birthday, which is why I can relate to this. A lot of you parents out there can. It's like, what do? Have family at every single event? Or do you allow your kids to have their own little friends and their own little day and see family later or something. I don't know. I don't know if there is a right way or a wrong way of doing it. But that's their way of doing it, so you gotta respect it. That's their way of doing it. And they got their own reasons why they're doing what they do, and they shouldn't have to explain it all. Like, people are too busy trying to tell other people how to raise their kids and what to do and not to do. But if the child wanted it to be just their friends, then I totally get that. I totally get it. I wouldn't have hard feelings over it, let me tell you. But okay, I come from a really large family, so it's like, I totally get it. I don't have to go. If I got uninvited or not included, I'd be thank God. That's me, though, you know what I mean? But somebody is getting too carried away with the hurt feelings here. They still got to participate in the child's life. It's just that there's deeper issues that are going on than a child's birthday party. That might have been the breaking point or whatever, but there's a history here. And maybe somebody was just trying to protect their spouse's feelings from anything bad happening, or somebody saying something wrong, you know what I mean? Or doing something wrong, or taking over, or I don't know. Who knows? But whoever this other family member is, they've put this couple through a lot of stress and worry and heartbreak, and they're trying to understand it all. They've extended the olive branch. But they have the right to raise their children as they see fit. Like, don't take it personal. Someone's sweating the small stuff. Don't take it personal, but someone is taking it personal because they want to control it. Or they wouldn't be taking it personal. Just saying. As long as you get to participate, you know, and visit, that's the main thing, isn't it? Otherwise, why would they be so discontent? Because they want it their way, that's why. But they were still being friendly, they were being loving, they were being respectful, they were being extended the olive branch out for some side you want to get together with, you know. So they weren't excluded, just weren't, you know. But No, somebody wanted to control it. And because they can't control it, they were heartbroken. They feel disrespected. Well, someone's just being overly critical. It's like, look, they feel disrespected and they're taking it personally. It is no disrespect at all. They're being overboard about it. These parents did not do this to disrespect this other family member. They did it because they've set boundaries. They didn't want someone interfering in their plans. They made the rules. They're raising the kid. Let them raise the kid. Just go get your little present and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's all bent out of shape about it, but they're not seeing it from the other side. They're not seeing the other perspective. If they was to look at it with a different perspective, they would understand what these parents is trying to do here. Right? Take care.